Alright, so here's your front bumper. It's kind of banged up, as you probably saw in the other video. So I hung it up here and I just kind of picked at it real slow and easy to try and put everything back together. Got new bulbs and the turn signals. There is fog lights in there and they do work. And then here's all your glued portions, and then I put some plumber's tape in here and screwed that down. And that's pretty strong. A couple of these I just couldn't get to work very good, but it is what it is. And then there was these plates that went in here, which are down there on the ground, and I'm going to leave those out. I think there's probably a little bit more air circulation with those omitted. I got a couple of screws here that I put in for that license plate bracket. So it looks like it's about ready to go back on the car. So I'm going to get the car pulled in and start working on that. I've got this rubber lip, this chin lip, and it's a little torn, but I put these screws in there to kind of hold it in place. So at least, you know, it's all budget build. Like I say, this car was absolutely headed to the scrap yard. And at today's prices, they wouldn't have given much for it to the previous owner, so I picked it up for a pretty cheap price, and just going to try and slowly put it back together and see what we got at the end of it all. Alright, looks like we've got some reassembly to do. Some broken pieces here. Oh, and by the way, see that snap-on tool? I did that probably 10 years ago. Now they finally figured out what to do with these things. Now if I could mention this to you, your license plate lights here. You saw how it was to get this thing off of here. Now imagine the light burns out. These are not quite as bad, the backup lights. But those license plate lights are pretty common. That's a 194 bulb. Those burn out all the time. And look at all that you had to do to get that off. You had to take this whole unit apart. Take all this out of here in order to gain access to it. Yay! That's about the chintziest piece of rubber I've ever seen. It just kind of sits there. Make it look better, I suppose. That's 1,000 grit. Yeah, it's got a little crack in it. That one's in pretty good shape. I do have a little bit of engine cleaning I'd like to do. It's kind of dusty under here. But it's been quite cold lately. High in the mid-30s. So I didn't want to get this thing wet and then have a much ice buildup or something. But for now, it's not a bad looking little car. Let me show you the inside here. I found a better floor mat, and I was able to clean that carpet kind of like I showed you in that other video of that other Cadillac. I still got some towels in here. They're just to help absorb any remnants. So if I move that seat back, I've got the switch over on the counter. I was using it to test a circuit. Yeah, and then I got some leaves in here. But, you know, the carpet's nice and dry. A little piece of dirt there I can get rid of. Probably need to give it one more vacuum cleaning. And then back seat's all back together and good. And you got everything's pretty clean. There's that floor that I showed you, it was a bit dirty. I usually use these towels just kind of as an absorbent. And then let's look at the back. I am still missing that that little rocker cover on this side. So it just pops into place here, but the car didn't come with it, so I don't know. I might see if somebody's got one locally. I looked for a couple of these Cadillacs and nobody had one. Look at that pearlescent paint. It really looks nice. I mean, it's got a lot of scratches on it, but it really isn't for a car that was headed to the scrapyard. And then look at that. Brake lights on. Back end I painted right here. Missing this little square thing right here, but and then let's look in the trunk. I do need to do a little bit of cleaning in here just to get the leaves and the junk out. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it, considering what it was and what it could have ended up being. Probably knives, forks, and spoons, or next year's child's toy. But for right now, we saved it. It's not the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it's better than nothing. I think it'll make somebody a decent little car. Seems to run pretty good. I may go ahead and do an oil change and you know, just some basic maintenance on it. Got new antifreeze in it. I've still got to charge the air conditioner, a couple other little things, but really not much. Anyway, I'm going to give you a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one.